Mike's Daily Podcast.
Episode 1102. Hello, it's Mike Matthews broadcasting from Cafe Anyway, located somewhere in Podcastro Valley, Mont. Today, we have the wonderful Madame Rootabega, Valentino, Bison Bentley, plus the return of a segment called Addendum with Kevin, where we speak with Kevin one last time at the
Mike's Daily Podcast
place where we work together. Now, I have to tell you that
Mike's Daily Podcast.
I had a beer with Kevin yesterday, and there was a guy there with us who had lived in Anchorage, and I think there was something I was going to talk about this, that he, used to date a stripper, and wait, I think I can't think of what the thing is when you're playing a pinball machine.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
This is a very random song, I understand. It's called a flipper. That's it, with the pinball.
Mike's
Anyway,
Daily
I asked this guy.
Podcast.
Ryan was his name, thank you.
Yeah.
It helps when you tell a story to have names of your characters. Ryan told me he lived in Anchorage. I asked him, because I watched this thing called Insomniac with David Tell. And I remember watching it and going, wow, when David Tell went to Anchorage, every woman he talked to in Anchorage was beautiful. And he said, well, my friend Ryan, I guess we're friends now, we had a couple beers together. The magic of beer, that magic elixir makes you instant friends with someone. No, but and have you noticed, if I may tangent real quickly here, somebody listened to this podcast for the first time and said, wow, you kind of ramble. And I'm like, well, then, thank you, that's a compliment. Beer, if you go to places that sell predominantly beer, not too many women. Just noticed. It's mostly a guy thing, isn't it? Women like the wine or interesting cocktails. The more sophisticated or unusual, or whiskey. And then back to Ryan in Anchorage. He said, yeah, there are a lot of beautiful women in Anchorage, but most of them, look who just walked in, are there because of all the rich guys. Because all these young high school graduates go to Anchorage to work in the oil fields and make over $100,000 a year. They got a bunch of money. They've got no expenses. So they got lots of burnable. And the guys disappear for 4 weeks at a time, leaving women with lots of time to buy things, said Brian. Hey, look who just walked in.
Hello, Michael Matthew. Yes, I walked in a little while ago. It's Madame Rootabega, and I don't like Anchorage. It's very cold.
Yes, but there's a lot of moose up there.
What? Why would I want to be around a lot of moose?
Moose are big, huge, crazy-looking animals. Those are kind of cool.
No, I don't think so.
Well, would you be a stripper in Anchorage?
Maybe.
Uh-huh. Well, look who else just walked in.
Hello there, Mike. It's Valentino, the back attendant.
And this is Bison Bentley. Do you know that?
Mike, what's going on with Trump Day?
Well, I thought you weren't going to vote for Trump now. You never were going to vote for Trump.
That's true. I only wanted to vote for Chris Christie.
Yeah, Chris Christie all the way. Do you know that?
Well, there were a lot of people that were upset, very upset, that Trump was even considering Chris Christie as a possible vice president running mate. But the other interesting thing about Trump is, he's a white guy, and old white guy, and there's this whole thing going on in America right now with old white guys whining a lot. Like, I heard a lot of whining about when Obama was in Hiroshima. And they're like, how dare he go to Hiroshima and apologize when it's Memorial Day weekend and all those soldiers died American soldiers, what a disgrace. Whiny, white, whiny, whine. But as all news reports say, Obama did not apologize. But meanwhile, Trump is upset with... So he's getting... Like, last show, I mentioned how the media is always talking about him. I guess I'm talking about him right now, so there you go. And I'm the media. And yet, Trump hates the media, it seems. And he's always yelling at reporters. And he's mad about the whole thing with the veterans, the money that he gave to the veterans. And he's like, how dare they? This is a great thing that I did, and they're making fun of me. How dare they do that? It's a disgrace. And meanwhile, the reporters are like, yeah, but you didn't cut a check until we started saying something. So, and back to Obama, he says that we're getting complacent and getting ready for the upcoming hurricane season. So, don't be complacent. Get ready for hurricane season. Buy all your boards, board up your windows. And wait a minute. Should I board up my windows even if no hurricane comes, is the question. No, you want to be able to see the view of the hurricane coming for your house. Well, hopefully there won't be any hurricanes this season. That'd be wonderful. My mom lived through a couple of hurricanes living in Florida, and it sounded pretty frightening. I remember trying to call her during one and could not get through. It's pretty scary. Bad weather in Paris right now. Apparently so bad. The rain is so bad in Paris. Not the rain in Spain falling mainly on the plane, but the rain in Paris. And it's causing the Eiffel Tower, they had to close it down because the streets are like flooded around it. And if you're thinking about going to Europe, well, there is a terrorism warning. The State Department has said, be careful, be vigilant when you go to Europe. Don't go to like any public events. You be careful. So, and speaking of Malaysia. So the airport there, Kuala Lumpur, apparently the immigration department there in the airport is so bad, and apparently has been run by some kind of crime syndicate. They're not sure exactly who. But people at the airport that run the airport are like, we have no control of our computers. The cursors just move by themselves. And one last airplane thing, they found the black boxes, supposedly, that from that Egyptian airline crash. So that's sort of the world news in a nutshell for you. I put it in a nutshell. I hope you like it. Why would you put it in a nutshell? What the hell, nutshells? They're so nutty, like me. So there's this website called MIKEs-DAILY-PODCAST.com. If you go there, there's links to all kinds of things, like you can watch and listen and, that kind of thing. And you can help us out, too, with the Amazon link. If you click on that and buy something, that helps us out. There's also a link to PayPal if you want to help us out that way. It's just if you feel like supporting us. If not, whatever. You're supporting us by listening to the show. Thank you so much. There's also links to where you can listen to the show in other places, perhaps different from where you are listening to the show now. But yes, you can listen to the show in a myriad of areas. If you do listen to us through the iTunes app, which, you know what, I'm thinking, I don't even know if I should I don't think anybody uses that much anymore. It doesn't work very well. Never mind. And all the past podcast pictures you can find there. Speaking of the podcast picture...
And here's today's podcast picture.
It's a Basil the Boxer and I. Such a cute picture of him. This was actually, when I was mentioning Half Moon Bay, this was, I believe, that was Friday we took that. Such a happy day. So he's in a happy spot. This one beach we go to, it's just our total happy spot. So as summer comes, you should go to a beach or some body of water or wherever your happy spot is and enjoy. Oh, I didn't even finish that thing about the strippers with Anchorage. Dang it. Okay, here, real quick. Ryan said that a lot of women that strip in Vegas during when it's really busy, whatever that time of year is, probably the summer or something. They then go up to Anchorage in the off season and make even more money stripping. Isn't that interesting? Okay, here's Addendum with Kevin as we go outside a cafe anyway, where we bring you Mike's Daily Podcast somewhere in Podcastro Valley.
Addendum with Kevin.
It's the last Addendum with Kevin.
Hey.
Here anyway. But we'll do it with using iPhones and other technology we come in contact with.
We can figure it out. We're smart people.
What I'm planning is going to 21st Amendment and recording you there.
Okay.
Are we still getting a fire alarm going off?
Yeah. Please don't worry if you hear a siren. Actually, there's no siren in this room, so we're going to burn to death.
You mean outside here at Cafe anyway?
Wouldn't that be just the most poetic justice if I'm 72 hours away from leaving this job and going on my great job in the sky and then died in this bullshit building because someone's too cheap to buy a 32-cent piece? Well, the company can't afford it, and I know we could have saved your life, but we have insurance, screw it.
Now, okay, the way you criticize companies not spending a lot of money on you...
Not a lot.
21st Amendment has a high bar. High bar. That's one of your beers, isn't it?
No, but it should be.
High water. Hell and high water.
Hell or high water.
Hell or high water is one of your beers.
Hell or high water.
So, they've got a really, the way that you're making it out, the only way you're going to work at this place is that they're shoving cash in your pockets every second of the time you're there. Well, it's been a whole minute and you haven't shoved $5,000 in my pocket. I'm getting the F out of here.
Take this job and shove it.
And screw you, and screw your big tanks that are stainless steel full of, I don't know, what and whatever the and then other things. I'll bleep that.
Yeah, you have to do your own now.
You know I have to bleep Haley all the time.
Oh.
Anyway, I
assume it's a political rant or something.
Haley gets upset about things. No, Haley usually is saying, Mike, what the because I'll say something. Okay, now you're looking at me like, stop. We're not live, are we? On the air?
No, I hope not. Oh, God. Well, then I'm going to get thrown out before I get let go.
Everything's
we're off the air.
We're not hardwired to the world out here at the cafe.
Wouldn't it be hilarious?
Anyway, before you go and everything, I need you to do your John Oliver.
What?
You do an excellent John Oliver impression. Oh my God, the other day when you were talking about the lead singer dude from Hamilton, the musical Hamilton, you were doing the, well, it's the greatest, I love it so much.
Oh, well hang on, let's just backstory this a little bit. I don't understand why Hamilton is a big deal. And if you don't know what Hamilton is, and I didn't, still not exactly really, I don't still know what it is, but it's apparently a play about, it's it's old guy, actors who are rapping about things that happened in the formation of this country. So I'm Thomas Jefferson, and I'm gonna rap about the lightning key. Look at me, I know all about electricity. Blah blah blah. And then John was like, he's so talented. Oh my God. Oh, he's so amazing. And I was like, wait a minute. Why? A man just got up and did. Admittedly, I mean, look, I am no rapper. We know that. We know this. This is a proven fact. But a man in a powdered wig, dressed up in a powdered wig, pretending to be George Washington. I'm gonna cross the Delaware. I'm gonna get a boat and go over there. I've got white powder in my hair. My teeth are wood, and that's not fair. And he's like, oh my God, he's so bloody talented. Oh my, oh. And then he's spilling his tea and crumpets everywhere, and his scones got crumbs. And he's so fucking amazing. You're gonna want to bleep that.
Thank you.
I'm like, wait, why is this a big thing? That's why tickets are $400. I'm like, I just don't see the fascination. And then I was watching something else. I don't exactly remember what, but they're going, and that's why Hamilton is so great. Like, what? What? I'm just missing the boat on this. I really am.
I love your John Oliver so much.
Well, it's not hard.
All right. Other than that, I disagree with everything you said.
Thank you.
Because it's that sort of thinking that is an anathema to creativity.
Now I have to Google anathema.
Anathema.
I have asthma. You have to have an inhaler for it. Sorry. Did you
Here's the
insert rim shot here?
I'm not inserting any jack shit. Oh, I'm gonna.
Now you have to.
I have to bleep myself.
This is gonna be a particularly blue version of Mike's Daily Podcast.
We had to go blue on the last Kevin interlude. Listen, here's my thing about... Okay, first off, Benjamin Franklin discovered electricity. Or he didn't discover it, but he messed around with it with his kite and all that. Not Thomas Jefferson. Well, Thomas Jefferson was a Renaissance man and did a bunch of interesting things, including had a love affair with a very hot black lady. Anyway, that was a slave, which is okay, wrong. Slavery's wrong. Okay, liberal guilt. Here we go.
Wow, this is really spiraling out.
Let me.
And that's why we shouldn't have the Washington Redskins.
Now I would like to sum up by saying George Washington, I don't think, is in Hamilton. I think it's all about Hamilton.
Everybody who's on money. I don't know.
Here's the thing. You've got to watch. Wow, that made a lot of noise when I hit that.
Wow.
Alexander Hamilton. He died in a duel, right? Mm-hmm. Which everybody knows that, right? So they put that like in the beginning of the musical, and then they kind of backtrack. It's not all rapping. It's not all rapping. There's some great. I was just as cynical as you. Believe me, I'm a very cynical man.
Wait, did you see it?
No. Well, I watched a big chunk of it on YouTube because everybody and their mothers filmed it on their phones because apparently they don't check the phones when you walk in, and there's a lot of cool like music in it. It's not just rapping, and the first song where they do rap is kind of this intense sort of, because I hate rap basically. There's some and then I say that and I'm like, oh frickin', let's go listen to see, I hate rap. I can't give him a rap band.
Wait.
Run DMC.
Okay. Old school rap. Nothing wrong with that.
Okay. I don't know too much rap, but they do a cool rap in the beginning of the musical. I don't know. I think you may not be. But you went and saw The Who is what
I did.
Last night. Last night. And you said Pete Townsend was amazing?
I've never seen anyone play guitar like that in my life.
He's like 70-something.
74.
Wow.
And he's just killing it in a three-piece suit on stage.
I didn't realize he was going to be playing, and you saw him at the Oracle Arena.
Yeah, he slayed it. Oh. And it was his birthday last night.
Oh, my God, Kevin. You had the best. You went with your family, and your mom was there. How was that?
That was good. She made us get there. If you ever traveled with a family like mine, we have to be there everywhere at least 2 hours early. So, like, we're walking up to the Oracle Arena, and, like, there's a handful of people here. Okay, I'm not the only people. No, they're all going to the A's game. So, literally, we're, like, the ninth person in line at Oracle Arena. Just gonna drum my fingers and stare at my shoes. And it was quite interesting. For about an hour and a half of waiting in line, I was the youngest person there by a long shot. And I was like, oh, it's going to be this kind of show. But then I guess when all the younger people came down from their acid trips and cocaine bumps, they showed up 10 minutes before the show started.
Of course.
And can I go on a mild rant really quick?
Yes, please. Oh, quick, did you say you drove there or you took BART?
We drove.
Oh, shoot. So you paid the $500 to park there?
$30 to park.
You poor guy. Okay.
Well, there was 4 of us. If you factor in the point that if we would have taken BART, it would have been honestly not too far off. Actually, we had probably saved a few bucks. My dad's car is very fuel efficient, so it's a hybrid. So we probably spent like $1 in gas. So all in all, mathematically, we came out ahead, I think.
Well, welcome to the show and right away.
When you go to a sporting event, music event, any event in an arena, a show, whatever it is, and the people in front of you have to get up and sit down 500 times during the show. There was a group of young people in front of us. There's about 6 of them. And they get in the row in front of us in the middle of the opening act. And the opening act was very good. The Slidigs.
Oh, yeah. We were
very, very. I actually bought 2 of their CDs. Excellent group.
You were totally bad-mouthing them yesterday.
I was totally.
You were like, who's this piece of crap band?
Then again, I'm like,
I hate this band. I hate this.
I hate this band.
Okay.
I hate this place.
Continue on this rant, because I totally agree with you on this.
Yeah, and I'm just like, so I'm watching this opening band, and they're really good. And 5 just dopey-looking people, I want to say like mid to early 20s, they kind of, it's like a gaggle of geese. I don't know where we're supposed to go with you. I don't know. Where's our tickets? Where's our... And they're carrying beer with them, and they're standing. Do we sit here? And I'm like, okay, you're now blocking my vision. And it's been about 30 seconds. And I actually did say, like... Are you gonna sit down or not? And they're like, sorry, and they like gaggle. You can't see my hands right now, but you know, like when like young ladies like don't know where they're going, and they kind of have their hands up in front of them like a T-Rex, and they kind of just wobble around. I don't know what's going on. Where am I? And other guys are like, I don't know. I thought we were sitting in room 110. This is 111. I don't know what's going on. And when I asked them to move, they did kind of flutter into the aisle, and no one knew what was going on. And then they stand back in front of me, and they sit down. And they stand up a second later and shuffle all to one seat over. But Becky wants to sit next to Katie, so they have to stand up and re-rack.
Oh, my God.
Okay, then they sit down. Okay, not even 5... No, and then for whatever reason, they all got back up and left. I'm looking at the lady who left me like, what just happened? Okay. Not even 10 minutes later, they all have beer and popcorn and chips and whatnot. Okay,
they're back.
Come back. Standing up. Wait a minute. I can't get my phone out of my pocket if I'm sitting down. Stand up. Take your phone out. Sit down. Okay. Well, I don't know what's going on. And the whole time of the entire show, up, down, up, down, up, down. Get out of my way! I paid good money for this, and I want to see the show. And just the whole time, and then, could you hand me this? Excuse me, can you stand up? I need you to...
Yeah. It's definitely a first world problem, but it is a pain in the ass. And I remember going to Florida to see my mom, and we went to like a Cirque du Soleil, and we were like... nobody was in front of us. But we were in a row. We were like all the way to the end, and there were only like 2 people to our left. But they kept getting up, and they had to leave, and there was the only way out was in front of us, you know. And I'm sorry, if you get up more than let's just say 3 times at a show, you get the out. Yeah, because you're just annoying everyone around you.
Totally with you.
If you raise your body up and stand prostrate, you are to leave after you do that twice.
Yes,
that's my rule.
And I really do actually have come to appreciate the rules that they have at the SAP Center during a Sharks game, and at the A's game during and at the O.co, whatever it is, where the A's play. You have to wait till a stoppage in play.
Yeah.
To get up, I think you can get out, but you can't go sit down and ask everyone to sit, you stand up and let me through. I bought a hot dog. Oh, I need another hot dog. Everyone get up. No. You wait for a stoppage in play, then you can get up and shuffle around. Yes. I think that's spectacular.
See, it works.
It works.
Did I use prostrate right?
I don't think so.
I meant vertical.
It's like to lay down and...
Okay, and that's also that thing that's in our butts.
That's a prostate, yes. I need a prostrate exam.
Well, Kevin, thank you so much for this final rant.
Yeah, thank you for having me on. But I do have to say, though, The Who was amazing last night. Pete Townshend can play guitar like no one else I've ever seen, and he's 74.
Yes!
The man should be playing golf or something, but he's kicking the crap out of his Fender Stratocaster.
Yes!
And it was amazing.
Oh, that's great. And Roger was wailing away.
Yeah. He did that primal scream thing that everybody wants to hear.
Oh!
Yeah! Bow, 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 bow. Yeah, that was great.
I'm just so happy. Thank you, Kevin. Next show, it will be Chely Shoehart, Floyd the Floorman, and John Deere the engineer. Keep your clothes on.
Mike's Daily Podcast is written and produced and performed by Mike Matthews. His podcast is super easy to find. Download or listen to his show and read his blog at MIKEs-DAILY-PODCAST.com. Email Mike now at MIKEs-DAILY-PODCAST@gmail.com. See you tomorrow. Bye!